All right, you already know what's going on, bro. The Spurs just lost in five in NBA Finals, and this man was absolutely atrocious. And he's making way too much money to be playing like that. So we're gonna go ahead and move him for sure this offseason. As you know, this team has Harper and Castle, the two young guards. So Fox really isn't needed. So we'll probably try to move him to get like a power forward. To upgrade from Champagnie, someone to put next to Wimby. And obviously, the bench is what the bench is. Keldon Johnson was sixth man of the year. Wasn't great in the finals, but obviously, we'll probably keep him around. We may look to upgrade that backup big spot. Cornette wasn't horrible, but he wasn't great. And hopefully, Carter Bryant can progress a little bit more. He can become a real rotational guy. But yeah, no, the team is really solid overall. But when you got a guy making that much money doing what he did, uh, yeah, some changes have to be made. So in the draft, we do have pick 20, but we also have a ton of second round picks. We have three second round picks this year. So I'm gonna see if we can possibly try to move up, throw some of those seconds in there, and see if we can move up a few spots. All right, we got the Charlotte Hornets on the phone, and we're gonna go ahead and offer them our 20th pick and then our three second round picks this year for their 15th overall pick. And they say yeah to that. Actually, I think it was the 14th overall picks. So we moved up six spots, which is not bad. Let's see, Keaton Wog, we don't need more guards, but he's there. Probably the best available player. Kingston Flemings could be really good. Again, we don't need more guards, I don't think. It doesn't hurt to have a guard off the bench. Also, Chris Hennig Jr., I love his game. Maybe he could be that center off the bench that replaces Cornette. I think you got to go best available. Keaton Wagler, it is. So we do go best available. Keaton Wagler is projected to go, top 7, really. So we get him at 14. That's great value. So we're happy with that pick. Okay, so obviously we're going to accept the team option on Victor Wembanyama, Castle, and we'll bring back Champagnie as well. I think Champagnie was good. Again, had some really bad moments in the finals, but overall, a really good playoff run from Champagnie. We are in free agency. I think we have the bird rights on Harrison Barnes. Yes, we do. So we'll bring back Harrison Barnes on a 1-year minimum. Definitely want the vet back. Could be a good presence in a locker room for these young guys. Kind of thought that's what Fox would be, but all right. So obviously, the biggest part of this rebuild is moving De'Aaron Fox because he just didn't live up to his contract. So we're gonna call the Utah Jazz and say, hey, we know he wasn't the greatest, but you think you guys would take Fox off our hands? We'll take Jaren Jackson at 2029 first. They say no, but they want a 2027 Atlanta first. I think we can make that happen. So De'Aaron Fox is now Utah Jazz, and Jaren Jackson Jr. is the power forward that we needed to put next to Wemby. Our rim protection is going to be ridiculous. Ridiculous. 2 DPOY winners in our front court. Our back court is really young. These two guys can go, and then Vassell at the 3. I really like the starting lineup so far. Obviously, Champagnie started for them all year, so now moving him to the bench, that's a really quality reserve player. Keldon Johnson obviously was 6th man of the year. I still want to look to upgrade this backup big spot, and then Carter Bryant's only going to get better with time. He'll be a good rotational piece as well. Then we also drafted Keaton Wagler in the first round, so as a rookie, he'll get to play right off the bat. So also in free agency, we went out and got DeAndre Ayton. I do think that's an absolute upgrade from Cornette off the bench. And we also went ahead and got Malik Beasley. In this alternate universe, he figured out, his scandal he's got going on, and he was cleared to sign with an NBA team. So we do pick up the sharpshooter. I think he was averaging about 16 or 17 a game last time he was playing for the Pistons. So we definitely love to bring that off of our bench. All right, because we do have a ton of young guards, we're gonna try to get a slightly older guard. Hopefully he could be that veteran presence that Fox was supposed to be. So we're going to trade Luke Cornette in the 2028 first for Dante DiVincenzo, and he can be the backup point guard to Dylan Harper. Pretty nice player progression. Wemby goes up 2 to a 99 overall, which is just crazy. Castle doesn't go up at all, which is a little concerning. Harper's up 3 to an 88 overall. Ayton is still going up to an 80 overall. Carter Bryant's up 2 to a 79. And then Beasley and Barnes drop, which, is to be expected. Overall, I like the team. I think we've got, obviously a nice young core, but then we added guys like DeAndre Ayton, who's been around the league for a while, and Dante DiVincenzo, been around the league. So we get a couple older guys that will actually be in the rotation to help out these young guys. So I have heard a lot of fans, calling for Mitch Johnson to be fired. I personally think that's a bit of a overreaction. Um, are there things I think he could have did differently? Obviously, but I mean, he's a young head coach. What a young team. But I don't think he should be fired. I think you go back next year. You move Fox, obviously. But yeah, I don't think moving Mitch Johnson would be the right move. So he will be the coach for our rebuild. All right, so to start the season, we're actually going to start off with an 11-man rotation. The starting lineup will be Dylan Harper, Castle, Vassell, Jaron Jackson, Wimby. Like I said, I think this is a really, really good starting lineup. We're going to keep Keldon Johnson as a six-man. Obviously, he won six-man of the year last year. So a really good depth piece off the bench. Julian Champagnie was starting last year. Now he's coming off the bench, so obviously we know he can play ball. Dante DiVincenzo is a veteran guard we're going to bring in. Obviously we know all about him. He'll be the eighth man. Ayton will be the backup big, which I think is definitely an upgrade from Cornette. Carter Bryant got a little bit better, now in his second year, so he'll be in the rotation. And then Keaton Walker, the rookie that we just drafted in the first round, he'll be the 11th man. Okay, here at the deadline, we're the number one team in the power rankings and the Western Conference at 38-13. Obviously having a really good year, but as I was looking at some team intel, there was a team that was selling that caught my eye a little bit, and that is the Milwaukee Bucks. Obviously, we know they have Giannis. I've heard a lot of Giannis to the Spurs rumors, not so much this year, but kind of last year. And the Spurs didn't go make that big move for, Giannis. But in this alternate reality, we're going to have to at least call them up and see what that would look like. Obviously, we can offer Jaron Jackson. Obviously, that's not going to be enough. But we do have a ton of draft capital that we can also add. So the offer for Giannis is going to be Jaron Jackson, 1, 2, 3 unprotected first, Keaton Wagler in a second, and then we'll throw in AJ Green there just to make sure that the money works. And the Bucks do agree to that. So Giannis is now playing next to Wemby, and my goodness, this front court is absolutely ridiculous. All right, so now with the addition of Giannis, we're going to go down to a 10-man rotation. We only had 11-man because we wanted our rookie, Keaton Wagler, to get some valuable minutes. But, now that he's gone, we'll just go down to a 10-man. So the starting lineup is going to be Dylan Harper, Castle, Vassell, Giannis now instead of Jaron Jackson next to Wemby. We're going to put Keldon Johnson back at the 6-man with Champagnie, Dante DiVincenzo, Ayton, and Carter Bryant. I think this is, I don't know how teams beat this team. So we're going to go ahead and run this. And I'll see you guys at the end of the regular season. Okay, so up until this point, we have 2 games left. We've only lost 1 game since the deadline. Random game to the Wizards. Random team to lose to. But Giannis did suffer an injury. He has right knee tendonitis and will miss 2 to 4 weeks. So possibly keeping him out that whole first round. Victor won MVP. Darren Peterson Rookie of the Year. Luka Garza 6th Man of the Year, averaging 20. Wow. Victor also won DPOY. Richard Shea Most Improved. Luka won Clutch Player of the Year, and then our coach, Mitch Johnson, won Coach of the Year with that 67-15 record. Then we had the Exec of the Year. All-NBA first team is Victor, Nikola Jokic, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Shea. Second team is Luka Doncic, Giannis, obviously is hurt, Tatum, LaMelo, and Jamal Murray. Third team is Curry, Booker, Banchero, Giddey, and Brunson. Defensive first team has Wemby and Giannis. So yeah, our front court is crazy. Alongside them on defensive first team is Sar Thompson, Walker Kessler, Bam. All defensive second team is Jalen Duren, Amin Thompson, Anthony Davis, Mitchell Robinson, Evan Mobley. Mitchell Robinson went to OKC. That is interesting. Our first round matchup is going to be the Phoenix Suns. They're just, kind of stuck in that play-in 7-8 seed and just first round exits. So we're going to go check on Giannis really quick to see how long he'll miss. He'll probably miss this whole entire series. 1 or 2 weeks, so he'll probably be going this whole entire series. But against the Suns, we don't really need him. So game 1 is a win. Game 2 is also a win. Game 3 is a win. And we sweep them in the first round. In the second round, we've got Golden State. They've got Curry at the 2 with Pods at the 1, Jimmy, Draymond, and Porzingis. So, really their real-life team. Curry must be carrying the squad. Game 1 is a win for the Warriors. Game 2 is a win for us. We got to still win on the road to get home court advantage back. We do. We go up 2-1, 3-1, and we beat them in 5. So they win the first one, and then we go ahead and win 4 straight. The Thunder beat the Minnesota Timberwolves in 6, so that will be our Western Conference Finals matchup. They got Shea, Cason Wallace, Jalen Williams, Chet, and Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson replaces Isaiah Hartenstein. So pretty much your similar left team, they're going to decide to run back. As you guys can see, Giannis is back, so we are fully healthy. Game 1 is a home game for us, which, you know, we got to win home games. And so far, so good. We do take care of business. Got close there for a little bit. The Thunder had a really good fourth quarter, but we do hold on and win. So game 2 is actually a win for the Thunder. Shai Gilgeous had 44. He absolutely went off. But he is nursing some type of injury. Let's go look and see what that injury is. He's got a strained right MCL for 1 or 2 weeks, so he's actually down 5 overall. That injury could play big this series. Obviously, he's playing through it, but not fully healthy. Mr. Robinson's also dealing with a strained hip, so he won't be his full self this series. So we'll see if the injuries play a big part in this series. But OKC does still home court advantage, splitting on the road. Game 3 is a win for us. So we do take home court advantage back. We go up 2-1. They tie it up 2-2, so they do get home court advantage back. Game 5, very pivotal, is going to be at home. We got to win home games. Pretty bummed we dropped Game 2 at home. You know, when you're the home team, all you got to do is win all your home games to win the series. But we are going to take this pivotal Game 5 at home and take a 3-2 lead, which allows us to have 2 to win 1. And we do win in 6. So we are going to be in the finals for a second year in a row. This time we're going to be playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs ran it back. They decided to get Harden and Donovan Mitchell and Mobley, Allen, those guys in their shot. Still kind of lacking that starting small forward spot. I guess Jalen Tyson must be holding it down somewhat if they did make the finals. I just don't see this team being good enough, especially, just Harden. I think it's going to be tough for him to keep up with our backcourt of Harper and Castle. And then, the front court is supposed to be a strength of theirs, but, compared to ours, it's just, so I do think it'll be a tough series for them. I do see us winning in 5. I don't think it'll be too competitive, but we'll see what happens. We actually lose game 1, so I said I don't think it's going to be too competitive, and we lose game 1 by 5. Really interesting. Game 2 is a win for us. We totally dominated them that game. So I think game 1 kind of flukish. I think this is where we started to dominate. We also win game 3. So we take a 2-1 lead. Good game from Donovan Mitchell. Wemby also with a good game. We do take a 3-1 lead. Donovan Mitchell had another good game. Giannis, Wemby kind of just doing their thing. We're going to do Simcast for game 5. Game 5 is a close game. It's been a lot of back and forth, but we do eventually take it. And the Spurs win a championship. So Wemby does win his first NBA championship along with his first Finals MVP. Obviously, in real life, they'd probably win it off if they could turn De'Aaron Fox into Wemby. But yeah, we do that in this alternate universe, and Wemby gets it done. Shout out to Spurs.